What's up, guys? So we're back with another Rust What's to Come, and here in the background we've got a couple of updated images of what you can look forward to with this next Force Wipe, where we'll be seeing, finally, I would say the majority of the Rad Town textures being finished, and it looks really good. Just kind of brings it to life, makes it feel not so static. And with the upcoming XP system, the Rad Towns will be something that will be much more useful because they're going to have items that you can only get from there. They are non-craftable items to make certain things. But that's something we'll touch more on its own video eventually once there's more information about it. But here we're going to talk about a couple of cool things today. We've definitely got these musical instruments, which are really cool looking. So they just wanted to add something more to the game. You've got your kind of like electric guitar looking jerry can guitar going on there. We've got a flute and we've got a horn. So who knows what they're going to do. Nothing important really to the game, but definitely help those roleplay servers and just people who are, well, like to play music. So definitely very fun. I remember the hype and everything that came around the guitar when it was first added. So these will definitely reinvigorate some life into the game when it comes to creativity. Next thing we've got going on here is planters. So finally, now that we have water and water does stuff and there's salt water and fresh water, we're going to be doing farming next. So these are the farming planters. You've got the single row and then you've got the multiple row ones. These are meant to be put on foundations. I don't know, or capable of being put on foundations. They didn't make it clear if that meant only foundations. Not 100% clear there, but this also means they're going to be needing to work on the crops. They have said they want to bring us more crops that make more sense, like being able to grow hemp and stuff like that. So it's definitely something I'm excited about because growing your own cloth alone is already a huge step in the right direction of things. The other thing, of course, with water, they need to expand on it more. We need ways to store it. Well, what if you live nowhere near water? What if you're only near salt water? So we've got this water dispenser here that you can drink from. Think of it as kind of a Rust-esque water cooler that we've got going on here. And they've got some final concepts for it. It's not in the game this week yet, but I'm sure they'll put it in once they get this other stuff done. Here you're seeing the fully modeled and rigged up water tower. And this water tower basically has a pump that you're going to have to manually pump, and you can pull groundwater out. So this is the answer to, well, what if there's no water around me, or fresh water? And it's going to be an item, as you can see, pretty much like the quarries and pump jacks, where you're going to have to place it down, and it's going to take an area. Probably has a no-build area around it, I'm assuming. Who knows, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it will attach to a foundation. I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out. Not sure if you're going to have to search for water. Last thing here is a distillery. This is going to be used to turn salt water into drinkable water, so that is also another option. However, I haven't seen anything past this concept art, so we'll have to see if it's something they decide to put in the game still. Next, we're going to move on here. We've got the female version of the cloth armor. They want to make it look different, so you can kind of differentiate between the character models. And here you'll see kind of a more finished version of it. Of course, it's not textured, but that's kind of, looks like that's the version they went with for that. Moving on here, we do have a couple of extra armors they announced this week in the dev blog. We've got cardboard armor, which really isn't armor. You're kind of just a creepy, weird person that straps cardboard to yourself. And I guess the goal is to be able to draw on it, but it offers zero protection. So they want us to use our creativity towards a purpose of it. So just something to be silly and rusty. What I am pretty excited about here is the heavy metal armor. The user, when wearing this, will be slow. So they want to come up with, is this going to be more defensive, offensive, what are we going to do, how are we going to balance it exactly? But they have announced that the wearer will be slowed down, so there needs to be an added benefit to it. Obvious, massive protection. I don't know about you guys, I personally love the look of number 1. Number 2 definitely looks more rusty, but number 1 just looks like better. Because I think once we get in higher tier protective armor, like it shouldn't look as crappy as other stuff. So I don't know. Shout off your opinion below. 1, 2, or 3, guys. Let's find out what you feel. Lastly, here, this is something that the community has been begging for. We want nakeds to show what they're carrying. Now, I don't know if you have to make this harness or everyone spawns with it by default. But so far, this is what they've got made with the harness. And this harness will show the tools and possibly weapons that are on your hotbar. It's not finished, it's nowhere near being done, but it's a start in the direction. So for everyone that's been begging, please can we see it? They're trying to figure out a way to make this kind of harness show and work. seems like they don't quite know where they're going with it yet, or how to make it function, from what the patch notes were from the last dev blog. So we'll have to see where they go with that, but I'm excited. It'll be nice to know that a naked isn't actually naked, and that's just really great. Something the community has been asking for a very long time. Next thing we're moving on to is something that makes me very excited, probably because I'm a bit of a firebug when it comes to stuff like that. I'm sure you all know I was very excited about the Flamethrower, but ignition, as they're calling it, and it's where things actually ignite and light up and literally burn. It's not just kind of like fire underneath something, and this is really cool. They figured out how to get it to work, apparently pretty efficiently, so I can't wait to see this in game and just light things up and watch them actually burn up, rather than just kind of fire around them and watching a health bar go down. So definitely really cool. You can see a person can be ignited, items, deployables, and buildings. And lastly here, you guys will see the tech tree. Just wanted to throw it in. They put it in a few dev blogs ago. You have to excuse me, I started choking there. And my allergies have been working up really bad. So anyways, basically don't know if we'll be seeing this next force wipe. If not, it's looking like we're going to push it to another month. But I don't know about you guys. It's one of those things where I want it to be done. I want to see it done. Let them take their time with it. That's pretty much how I feel. But, you know, here's a little preview of kind of their brainstorming of how the tech tree might kind of start to work. So that pretty much covers it for this update, guys. I hope you guys learned something you didn't see. Let me know how you feel about the stuff in the comments below. And we will go ahead and see you guys next time.